you for tuning in. I am Allie Violet Vixen Commissaro, and this is my gorgeous co host, Jessie.
Hello, guys. I'm Jessie.
So,
Um,
Jessie was here for our first interview, our first episode.
the first
So,
episode.
I am going to give her a moment to kind of take a minute to reintroduce yourself.
All
Just in
right.
case they didn't see our teasers that are going all around social media.
I'm Jessie. I'm a makeup and music enthusiast, and I'm just excited to be here. A longtime fan of Allie. And I'm just really excited to be doing this with her. And I'm excited to talk to just a friend about music and talk to musicians about music. And, I'm just happy to be here.
We have so many exciting things coming up, and our launch was last night. That was so exciting. Like, I keep getting messages from everybody, and it seems like a really positive reaction.
I
So,
agree.
I have to say that one of my favorites is the short, well, I guess it's a video of you saying that you're an Eggo waffle enthusiast. Like,
I
it's so
am
good.
I am an Eggo girly through and through. This morning I woke up and I saw one in the freezer and I was like, "Ooh." I was like, "Ooh, I don't feel like waiting for this to be cooked. I should just
Now,
eat
do
it
you
like
go for like
crunchyroll."
the regular ones? Because my son
Yeah.
is all about the thick and fluffy
But
ones.
say I'm a thick and fluffy girl.
And he likes the ones that like have the cinnamon.
Mhm. Yeah, those are the good ones.
So there's so many exciting things coming up. We've got all sorts of events all over Philly, starting with things going on at Sweeney's almost every weekend. We got things going on at Dobbs. We've got things going on with bands. I mean, the band tonight has some really like cool things coming up. Just I'm so excited that the Philly music scene, everybody was really killing my vibe by saying like, "Oh, it's dead, blah blah blah."
I
It's
don't
not
think it's
dead.
good. I
It's
think
not
Philly has
dead.
a phenomenal
People got
music
lazy.
scene,
That's
dude.
the problem. People got lazy and they just didn't want to come out and support these bands and build them up to the point that they could play at some of these big venues. So many of the ones that I have watched on their journey are just killing it now.
I also think that people will say some place has a bad music scene, but they haven't been to other places where they actually don't have a lot going on. So
I'm so excited to be going to Mechanicsburg, PA for the Teen Tinman
okay.
benefit. Nailbite will be playing. There's so many like amazing bands. It's to support Hillary Tinman. Great event. Tickets are selling fast, so if you haven't got yours, you need to go get them. Yeah, it's gonna be an epic night. But all proceeds are going towards Hillary. It's a cancer thing, and uh, it, it's just going to be amazing. Like to get out there to show the support. Like there's so many just people involved in this that
It's
it's
an
awesome.
important cause.
It's really really cool. And I'm so excited for just everything coming up. There's just so much fun stuff.
So
And
much
the
going
weather's
on.
getting so nice and I'm excited for it.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
So, do you want to say or do you not want to say why you were not here for the first episode? Because everybody and their mother's like, "Where's Jesse?"
Where's Jesse? So I when you have that like moment where you're like, yeah, I'll take my piercings out. Yeah, I'll cover up my tattoos for a job. Um, so I did all that. Uh went to my first day and they pretty much gave me they gave me the fucking load of what I need to do. Um they were like, "We're gonna take it to the tattoo piercing girl and put her through the
Run her into
ringer."
the ground.
Yeah, run her into the ground, and it's one of those situations. And if you're gonna test me to see if you're gonna break me, it's probably not the best place to work. So what I actually did is I actually went to the piercing shop and after this, and after I was like, I can't work here. This is these like abusive conditions, and half the people are telling me they're gonna quit because it's so abusive on my first day. I literally went to the piercing shop the next day and I was like, screw this. You're gonna make me take my septum ring out. That's fine. I'm gonna put a bigger one in. So I went from a 6, I am now a 4 gauge.
Yeah, I was laughing so hard. The one message is like, "I'm sorry, I got stuck at work," and then the other one's like, "Yeah, I quit the job.
I
It's
think
not a
sometimes you
problem."
gotta know your mental limits um with stuff and
I've definitely been tested lately.
yeah, yeah. You gotta know your mental limits, and I think that if a place is toxic enough to, like, try to break you on your first day to see what you're made of or et cetera is, you know, that's not where, uh
Yeah, I definitely get judged. I mean, like, I'm, like, a big supporter of, like, if I'm running an errand, I'll wear my pajama pants
yeah.
or whatever, and I remember going into a place in Peddler's Village years ago,
Mhm,
and I was looking for a frame
mhm.
for one of these pictures that I got from one of the galleries, and I just happened to be in, like, cheetah
Yeah,
pajama pants, like, I was just running an errand real quick. The woman, like, first of all, like, totally shamed me.
yeah.
She's like, "You wouldn't be able to afford any of our frames." And I'm like, "Really?" Like,
I was gonna say as a mom with purple hair, had does do you ever get, like, people, like, look at you funny or, like, cockeyed at you as a mother?
you would think that I would. I
Yeah.
actually get way more of a positive vibe because
Really?
of the purple hair. Like, I've actually had, Jackson's teachers, like, when he was younger,
Mhm.
actually come to me to get purple put in their hair.
Wow.
I mean, for the most part, I get that, like, of course, some of the older generation, I'll get
Yeah.
like, "Oh," yeah, but no, I'm not really. I mean,
That's awesome, though.
Jackson's favorite
Yeah.
color is purple, and that's the way like, before he was born, I used to change my hair color literally, like, weekly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody thought I didn't have hair, like, they thought it was a wig, but it really was my hair. I just used, like, good products that I could do that,
Do that
and
with.
it's just it was kinda like I went from having, like, m different color hair all the time to having just purple, which makes your, like, wardrobe a lot easier.
Yeah, it
I don't know
does.
about you, but whenever I change my hair color,
Mhm.
like, drastically, I feel like I need to kinda
Reestablish what the
speaking
vibe
of
is.
wardrobe, real quick, before we get our guest in tonight, I wanna give a shout out to Monster Blood Bash. Ah, I can't even say it. Bloodbath. Monster Bloodbath. Awesome
Is
sweatshirt.
super sick.
I met him at
Yeah.
the punk rock flea market.
Yeah.
He is on TikTok and Instagram. I also got these like super cute patches.
Those are adorable, dude.
Yes. As soon as I saw them, I was like, "Oh my goodness." And I got to talking to him and he's super cool. And I told him, I was like, "I'd love to wear some of your clothes." And he's like, "Here," and like hooked me up with all these fun things. So Very cool, very awesome. Check it out. Like I said, he
Yeah,
designs all of his stuff himself. He's got these cute little ghosts on the
the
side.
ghosties.
Love it.
It's amazing.
Okay, so there are some awesome perks to being on the show,
Mhm.
like getting invited to so many awesome places, and I get to listen and experience incredible live music. But at the end of the day, I like to hear the stories behind the music. Each artist has their own signature. It feels like a crime not to be headbanging at their shows. Let's bring out Federal Offense.
What's
Hello.
up?
Hey guys,
Hi.
how are you doing?
Good. Thank you for inviting us.
Oh, no problem. Like my son would have he's like asked every day. He's like, "You got back to them, right? You got back to them. They're coming on. They're coming on."
We
He
really appreciate
happens to
that.
be at
That's
the
awesome.
Super Mario movie right now, so
Uh,
I will let him sing once we're done. But so let's get in real quick. I want each of you to kind of give your name and kind of give how you're involved with the band.
sure. I'll start off. I'm Wyatt. I do lead vocals and lead guitar.
Um, I'm Alex. I do bass and vocals.
I'm Carolyn. I do rhythm guitar.
And I'm Josh. I play drums.
Josh also does vocals too.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
Once in a
Yeah,
while.
you all kind of like play off each other. Like I noticed every time I like put my phone down from taking a live, you guys would kind of like switch positions and just it was fun.
Yeah,
So
we do that for a couple of our songs. We'll have different singers.
I like that you switch it up. And I love how when Alex like you were wearing like the Hello Kitty at the show. Oh
Was it me?
no, that was Caroline, sorry. um
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I ran right over and I was like, "Oh my goodness." But let's get into what are some of the things that brought you together as a band? Like, what are some of the things that you guys have in common other than performing that kind of are fun that you guys can like kind of bond over?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff I feel like we really kind of connected over. I actually met Alex close to over a little bit over a year now at School of Rock. And we did a show together there, and I met Carolyn after the show.
Josh was also in the show.
Josh was also in the show
Yeah.
too. I knew Josh a little bit before that. He was actually a member in my old band for about a month. For a little bit over a month, he did a show with us, and then that band ended up falling apart. But I met Alex through School Rock, and then we ended up getting really close to that. I actually ended up joining a band they were in. And then you guys can explain that one.
That band was really bad. We have a member who would cry at every practice.
Oh my.
She was really awesome.
Yeah.
Was it because of nerves or she was just a crybaby?
It was just disagreements over just little things that just ended up not being
Everything.
It was everything.
But it's all good now. But Alex and I also go to school together, so
Yeah.
we know each other through there. And
Bowling
then
team.
and then I met
Bowling
Wyatt.
team?
Oh yeah, they were on the bowling
The
team.
past
Oh.
thing.
Yeah, we don't talk
Say
about it.
bowling team? That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, we just got passes. My son wanted to go to the Bolero, which is one of the places like up near us. Oh my gosh, like we all love bowling.
It was fun.
You guys are gonna play the Brooklyn Bowl.
Yeah, are you guys gonna be in
Yeah.
the Brooklyn Bowl?
No, I think right now for shows we have a lot of them coming up at Sweeney's. And then the Gem is a possible one we're trying to get into right now too.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. There's a couple bands that play there. Are you guys in touch with Milo Sky and all them?
I've heard the name before and I've seen them on Instagram, but I haven't been like really in touch with them now.
Oh, well, and I'm sure they'll be playing at one of the Future Stars shows. They seem to be like kind of intermixed and kind of go through rotation with Elena. So I'm sure you guys will cross paths, but they play at Gem. There's quite a few of the performers that are in the Elena Productions group that really, a lot of you seem to be involved with the School of Rock and seem to really cross paths and support each other. That is awesome.
Yeah, I know your last band that you had on here, Ring Out, right?
Yeah.
Ring
Yeah,
Out.
their bassist and their
Bassist and their drummer
and
their
yeah,
guitarist.
three of them were in a school at School of Rock Cherry Hill. We actually did a show with them in Philly. I want to say maybe like 2 months ago. Yeah, about 2 months ago we did a show with like our School of Rock did a show with them in Philly for Kids Rock Philly. So we
Oh,
knew like we
that's
met them before,
fun.
which was awesome. And we're actually going on tour with that School of Rock in the summer. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Now, where is that tour around this area, or is that all over the place?
That's like like our School of Rock does like kind of interesting tours. We're doing we have like one in Delaware, but it's like a no named town. Then we have one in like Nowheresville, New York. Then we actually have one in Boston, which I'm really excited for because I'm from that area and I love going to Boston any chance I can get. And then we're actually getting to close out that tour in Brooklyn, which is awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Exciting things going on.
So you can actually Brooklyn Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
So Jesse, you want to get in there and ask some questions?
Yeah. So, how has being in a band affected, like, does it how has it affected like your personal life? Like, have you guys had to prioritize getting together and making music versus like going out and stuff like that? Like, how have you been able to manage your priorities?
I mean, I would say we give up our Saturdays for rehearsal. And like today was a Friday. We spent the whole day pretty much writing a song together. And like just working on music rehearsal. So I would say we definitely like take a lot of our personal time into learning our songs, writing riffs, coming up with lyrics and stuff like that. And then also like we have Carolyn, she's a lovely artist. She does incredible work. She actually drew our logo.
Amazing.
So shout out to Carolyn for that. She takes a lot of her personal time to she's coming up with merch that we're hoping to release soon. She's drawn up a bunch of shirts and stickers and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see how they come out in person, but she does a lot of awesome artwork. I know she gives up a lot of time for that, which we all really appreciate.
Oh, that's so fun.
That's super cool.
As soon as you get your merch lined up, definitely shoot us your links so that we can put it on our social media and help people.
That's got to be such a good feeling, like, like everything paying off, and like it's going to be so awesome to see everybody wearing your shirts. We definitely will.
Yeah. No, it's definitely an awesome feeling seeing somebody wear your band's merch.
So can you tell us anything, like any ideas that you have for merch or possibly about the new wave of music you might have coming?
Yeah, let's give it to Carolyn about the merch.
Okay. All right. So for merch, basically, I've like kind of just planned out kind of just like stickers and T-shirts right now is basically what we start out with, and then maybe later down the line do like cool patches for like battle jackets or something, or like pins, like all that really cool stuff. But right now we're just trying to come up with ideas for like basically like a sticker. We just have our name and then our logo right in the middle, just like what people know us by. And then for like shirts and stuff, we had one idea of like putting lightning bolts on it or something, just to make it like really cool. But
I love the fact that you said patches, because I feel like all the bands like are leaving out patches now. Like I go to see all these bands and none of them have patches, and none of them even have stickers. I'm like, really? Like, I'm a sticker person.
I'm a
When I
sticker
go to those
girly.
conventions, I'm like gathering stickers like crazy.
Yeah.
The winners
Yeah.
like go. They used to go on my skateboard. Like all the winners from each thing that I would go to, I was like, this is a nice little layout.
Yeah, no, we love patches. Alex got their battle jacket on right now. So.
Love my patches. For real.
Josh is missing his. He's got a row down drip on today instead.
Band shirt memo.
That's alright, Josh.
Next time.
It's like the one time I got my more version of it.
I know. You usually have your tool shirt
I
on.
know.
Missed opportunity.
So can
I
we
mean-
hear anything about the new album? Like anything to expect? Like
Yeah, right now we're in the works. Yeah, we're definitely like right now in the works of an EP. We've not finished, but we're getting really close to our first song we want to release by itself. And that one's called Burden.
Okay.
So we are really excited about that. Putting in the work for that. It's always very rewarding to see that start coming together, and that's really pretty close to being done.
that's great. Now, what kind of like you guys are another band? You School of Rock bands. You've been mixing all those genres. I don't even know what genre you guys. What do you consider yourselves?
I would say thrash at heart for sure. But I mean, like the awesome thing about like all of us, we all come from very like different music tastes and very different music styles. Like not to throw Alex under the bus here, but very alternative metal.
It's
that
okay,
kind of stuff.
Alex. I feel you. I feel you.
Thank you.
I would say I'm very like much more into like the thrash, death metal kind of stuff.
As
like
am
Carolyn.
I. I have thrash pizza night where we order pizza and we listen to nothing but thrash. It is nothing but municipal waste and all the all the goldies.
Yeah.
Pizza thrash night. Horror movies, thrash, za, the Holy Trinity.
Definitely Holy Trinity, yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, music taste wise, I'd definitely say I'm also really into thrash. I'm also really into classic rock.
Cool.
Like I love Led Zeppelin or like they're not classic, but Greta Van Fleet. Everyone
Yeah.
says they're like
You like
Zeppelin
just
too.
that vibe.
Yeah, I just love that genre really.
Oh, we can't hear you. Hold on one sec. I think you might have pressed something. No. Hold on one
That
sec.
work?
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
There you go.
Music taste wise, I'm like a big prog guy. It's like a lot of Tool, those guys.
Nice.
Bunch of underground stuff. But
Cool.
yeah, lots of prog.
A lot of Weird Time Signature Boy.
So, speaking of that, I like to ask when I have bands on, what's the last song that you added to your playlist?
Oh.
Hold on. Actually, let's pull it up real quick.
And I want to hear those weird things. Like, don't try to like candy coat it. Like, if you downloaded something weird, I want to hear what it is.
This one, my most recent on my go-to playlist. I just kind of found it a couple of days ago. It's by Lamb of God and Megadeth. They redid a cover of "Wake Up Dead." Like I love the original song, and then hearing Lamb of God jump on that was awesome. Like they took it to a whole nother level, and it just sounds like 10 times more aggressive. Dave Mustaine can still hit those guitar solos, so it's still awesome to like kind of hear old Dave Mustaine with new Lamb of God kind of come together.
Nice.
So that's my most recent.
My most recent song on my playlist is "Eat Your Young" by Hosier. Hosier's new song was really good, and I've listened to them forever. So it was really cool to see their new song come out.
I love her. She's so rock.
All right, my most recent song is "Meeting the Master" by Greta Van Fleet. It was the song that they.
Oh, we lost connection to the. To video too.
What happened?
Oh, you're good.
We're back.
We're back. Okay. So my most recent song is "Meeting the Master" by Greta Van Fleet. It's the song that they just came out with last night, and I stayed up to hear it. It's really good.
Party one listening party.
I'm gonna have to go on and listen to some of these songs.
My most recent song added is "The Hollow" by A Perfect Circle, which features Maynard James Keenan from Tool. So yeah,
And what was that one called?
"The Hollow."
The Hollow. Yeah, I'm adding all these to my notes so I can look them up. So, as far as the album that you're working towards, since you all kind of do have a different music that you like, what would you say what would you say the signature sound of the album is? Or would you say it kind of pulls a little of everything?
I mean, yeah, again, I would say it definitely is thrash roots in it, but like I wouldn't say that per se. Like I would say like we definitely have like a nice like kind of combination of certain stuff in there.
You guys all put your own flavor in.
Yeah, like I would say we definitely kind of added like our own flares to the song. So yeah, I would say like it's definitely still a thrash kind of based around that, but kind of like put our own inputs into it, kind of make it our own thing. So it's not just like your every other thrash band's album.
That was actually one of my questions to you. What makes you different than every other band out there? Like, to the fans that are just meeting Federal Offense, what do you want to say to them?
I mean, I think one of the things that definitely puts us out is we're not afraid to experiment. And like also our diversity of like where our backgrounds and music taste, I would definitely say like puts us apart from other bands. Like, like a lot of bands I've seen, it's just 3-4 white kids up there, like just white guys up there doing their either alternative or kind of heavy metal stuff. But I remember when we first showed up to Sweeney's, Elena was like, it's so awesome to see that we have 2 non-guys up here, which it's awesome that she pointed that out. So I would definitely say like being like not afraid to go out there and like experiment with different music taste and just trying different things out on stage is always something that will be able to put us apart from other bands.
So do you feel that you learned how to have the stage presence from the School of Rock?
I would definitely say it made, like, for me personally, definitely made me a lot more confident. I remember my first School of Rock show was a Kiss show, which like Kiss, like I ended up actually doing the whole makeup for
I was just gonna ask you to do the makeup.
I did the Ace Frehley makeup, which only unfortunate thing that was during COVID, so I had to wear a mask on top of that, which kind of bummed it out. But it was still fun to have the makeup on there. But I remember like School of Rock has definitely helped me work on my stage presence and help me be more comfortable on stage. I know Alex has also done show in School of Rock, and so does Josh. I'll let them talk about that too.
Yeah, Modern Day was actually like my first show at School of Rock, so I was really nervous and I was afraid I'm gonna be kind of boring, but it ended up really helping in the end. So you kind of know what to do on stage now.
Well, actually, the show that you came to at Sweeney's was my first live performance ever.
Really?
Thank you.
Congrats.
Yeah,
you guys were so good.
Yeah, I do like lessons at School of Rock, but I've never done like a show or anything. But it was a lot of fun, and I'm glad I did it.
I've been in shows with School of Rock for I don't know years at this point, so I've been pretty experienced on stage, and I've just learned over time pretty much how to put myself out there.
I feel when a band kind of plays off each other. Like you can tell when you guys are kind of like friends away from performing.
Yeah. Like we definitely hang out with each other a lot. Like we always go out to eat after our rehearsals, make sure we spend time with each other. Like I see Josh probably 3 times.
What's your favorite place to go?
Oh. No, I mean if we're talking about like favorite place to go,
I could talk food all day.
We go to Hooters a lot. We definitely go there. We go to Hooters.
You're at Hoots.
Carolyn doesn't like it, but
Nah.
I mean, a top place we
You don't
order.
like your wings?
I love me some wings. I'm a
We go there
wing
for
girly.
We go there for the fries and the wings. No, I mean, a favorite right now, like, we just ordered Mr. P's like 10 minutes ago before we got on the call. But pizza is a go-to for us. A lot of times we're just ordering something in.
We
The
all know
staple.
Jesse likes pizza.
We can't go wrong with pizza.
The pillar of the food pyramid. The za.
I've like gotten into those. Has anybody tried those like DiGiorno? And they have the cheese in the
Yeah,
crust?
no, that's the staple of my diet currently is the
Delicious.
DiGiorno with it says like on the box like 12 feet like a foot of cheese or something like on the box. You know, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been getting the supreme one,
Mhm.
12 feet, like 12 inches of cheese and crust, like, and it's blasted on the box. And I'm like, I know what I'm doing to myself, and I do not care. Yeah,
That pizza, there's something about it. I'm telling you.
it's the best one.
Yeah, it definitely is. If you don't know what we're talking about, DiGiorno has these little crystal pan pizzas, and they have cheese all around the crust, and they're just so good.
Yeah, no, Jordan. Oh, I've had DiGiorno a couple times. They're solid.
But back to your pizza place. Is that what the rest of you would say? Pizza and
Pizza. Well, I mean, we've gone to no, what was the other place? We do go to we go to Yard House and TGI Fridays, one of the two a lot.
Yard House is bomb diggity dog.
We specifically go there.
Sliders.
We love the pretzels there.
They're so good.
Like the Bavarian pretzel. I forget if that's Yard House, right?
Yeah.
That we can just devour those.
It's on a hook.
Yeah, we can eat
Yeah,
it's all
hooked up.
So our Sweeney's one walked past Jackson and he like followed it with his eyes. So it's like, do you want one of them? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, no, they come on. I love when they come on the hook, and then you got like your dipping sauces in below. The cheese sauce.
Yeah.
It's like a banana hook, isn't it? It's a big
Yeah, it's
one.
like on a banana hook.
I mean,
Or,
that's
unfortunately,
massive.
I'm lactose intolerant, so I really shouldn't be having the cheese sauce, but I can't help myself.
Can't say now.
It's too good to not have.
So let's talk about some of your upcoming shows. So you are at Sweeney's on your first one is on the 5th.
Oh, we have one on the 16th. For
4/16, and I will be there.
Awesome.
And that's from 1:30 to 6. Do you know when you're going on?
Yeah, we're gonna be. I think we're on at 4. What was it? 4:55. We're on.
Okay.
We're on at 4:55. I think she said we're starting at 5, but yeah. So we're gonna be on. I think second to last slot for.
But they'll be there early to sign autographs. Walk around.
Oh yeah. We'll be there to greet everybody.
Okay, so I have to ask, what is this cool thing that you're having a garage band, like in an actual garage? Is that what's happening?
Pretty much. I love doing garage shows. I did a couple with my old band, and they were probably my favorite shows we did.
I love everything about this.
Yeah, being able to run the show. Yeah, being able to run the own show versus having to like listen to strict time limits and all that kind of stuff is always like a pain for me. So being able to kind of like run the show the way like the bands want it to be instead of the way like a restaurant wants it to be is always awesome.
Now, is this streamed or is this live?
It's going to be a live show. Yeah, so basically my garage, we're going to empty out some space in there. Luckily from my dad's business that he was able to give us a sound system. So we have our own PA system we're going to be able to use.
Shout out to the dad.
Lights, all that kind of stuff. We have like we're going to set up a whole like set up over here. And we're having 2 other bands from our school rock. And then we're having Red Sea, which they were also at our last Sweeney's gig. And they're also going to be at this upcoming Sweeney's gig. They're going to be there too, and we have Three Women, which is a indie rock band that's at our school of rock, and then I think it's just Evan McCarthy. He does his solo stuff, and he's also going to be at Sweeney's next Sunday too. So if you want to check him out too, he's on Instagram.
Now, is this like you have to like privately reach out to you for tickets, or do they just show up? Do we have an address?
Yeah, basically, just DM us for the address. We'll give it to you, unless we give us some red flags or something like that. But
yeah, if you have a weird profile picture, you're not getting an invite.
Yeah, but pretty much show up. It's going to be $10 at the door. You just kind of come on right into the backyard, and that's where we're gonna have food, snacks. Show's going to be starting around 7:00 ish. So yeah, it's going to be
That is
turned
so
up the door,
fun.
pay there, and have fun.
It'll be a good time.
Yeah, of course.
That's awesome. That's like dodging all of the like venue's rules.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, and you're back at Sweeney's again on May 7th?
Correct, yeah.
Wow. You guys are really making your rounds.
Yeah.
So, do you guys kind of after that, you guys will kind of go with the School of Rock and the touring? Or
the tours don't start, I don't think, until middle of July, right? Yeah, they don't start until July, so we have a solid like 2 months. We're going to try to book as many gigs as we can in those 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we have probably hopefully what I definitely do is be able to do a show like every other weekend.
And we can make sure that an episode gets to the gem. So
awesome. We would appreciate that.
Book federal offense.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. We actually I emailed their booker and she said she's gonna get back. So
well, we'll start emailing them and prank calling them. No,
yeah.
So since we're almost out of time, is there anything else that you would like to kind of like say to people that are just meeting you? Like, is there anything else that you kind of want to put out there into the universe?
I mean, I think the best way to see more of us and like get yourselves more familiar with us is checking out our Instagram, which is just federal.offense. We post a lot of our show updates on there. What else do we post on there? Yeah, we would definitely post a lot of live band updates. We post, we do post covers sometimes there too. A lot of as I said, updates and a lot of random stuff. I would say.
Yeah.
Our stories are definitely just kind of like a bunch of random stuff we'll find pictures of and then use as promotions. Yeah, no, like another thing I would say, if like for our shows, we kind of started our first show, but we throw out a piñata. And that will have some fun little souvenirs in there for anybody who gets lucky enough to open it up. Last show, we don't know where the piñata went. Someone took it home with them, so someone has that.
There'll be lots of Kit Kats.
Yeah, someone took that home. They also took what else was in it?
The Carolyn photo.
Yeah, there was a photo of Carolyn in there, and someone has that to this day. So if someone's watching this and has the Carolyn photo, lucky you.
Yeah.
You are the one and only holder of 13-year-old Carolyn.
Oh my god.
How did her photo get in the piñata?
We put it in there.
Yeah, we take pictures of us and we put them in the piñata.
They're violating pictures.
They're not great pictures. Yeah,
They're
they're usually like either an embarrassing photo or like a funny photo of one of the four of us, and we'll put it in there as like
This show's gonna be one of all of us.
Yeah, this show we're gonna have one of all.
I used to use Snapchat, and I would like Snapchat like just random pictures on my story where I'm like got a double chin or like just
I still
making
do
ridiculous faces or just like
if you're friends with me online, that's all you get.
I did not
Hideous
realize that I was gaining such a following just looking like an idiot. I did not realize. Like, I looked at it one day. I'm like, oh, I've got almost 5,000 people watching me act like an idiot, and I didn't even realize it. But as far as social media, you guys are mostly on Instagram.
Yeah, we're mostly on Instagram.
Yeah.
All right, we do have a TikTok,
Do you now?
we are on TikTok.
Welcome to Jesse in my world.
Yeah, we're on TikTok under the same username. But we post on there strictly for as a joke. We do like the guess who our blank is and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
And then we'll have
yeah.
all four of us try it out, and usually three of us look silly, and the one of us looks less silly. Yeah.
Well, once one of your new songs come out, can we get together for a duet?
Oh yeah, sure. On
Yeah,
TikTok.
I'm all about those duets.
Yeah, no, of course. For ideal date, we want to definitely be able to perform it starting that garage show at the latest. Release wise, I have really good contacts with a couple of mixers, and I have gotten in contact with I guess I went to Berkeley over the summer, and my roommate there, he's actually really good at mixing and doing a lot of audio engineering. And he said he's willing to help us out for free. So we have I have good connections for recording and mixing. So we are hopefully being able to do that before summer. So
that would be great. I'm so excited about this garage band thing. Like, I hope everybody starts like doing fun things like that. I feel like this is the year. Like last year, I was kind of hoping for it because we were like getting
last year's shows really got going again.
Yeah.
I went to like I think I went to 23 last year because I was like, I gotta make up for the pandemic. I gotta make up. But now I feel like everything's like back in,
I was the same way. The second that you were like allowed to go to live shows, I'm like, I'm here.
Yeah. And the bills were phenomenal because nobody could play for a long time.
Everybody was so excited to play. All the artists are like, let's do this.
Everything was stacked.
Did you guys feel that the pandemic affected the dynamic with you guys?
Your mojo?
I would say, like, honestly, I really started getting into music a lot more during the pandemic. Like, I was always able to kind of, like, play guitar, but the pandemic really kind of helped me, like, bunker down and really kind of work at guitar a lot more.
Yeah.
So, like, especially because we had so much time on our hands. It's not like we were going to school, you sign into Google Classroom, get on your Zoom call, take a nap.
Yeah. Click the screen.
Yeah. Screen off, mute. That's what it was for a solid year and a half, and I loved it.
Great.
Yeah, I feel like we all kind of got into that mode. That's one of the reasons I started TikTok. I'm like, you know what?
I started TikTok in the pandemic too. I was like
I need a reason to do my makeup and a reason.
I need an outlet.
I need a way to like do my stupid little videos and be forced to like be a human being, because I would have been like looking like I was homeless every day.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would say not. What's some more with Alex?
I had TikTok before it was TikTok.
Oh,
okay?
my bad. Alex was an OG TikToker.
I get told by a kid.
Yeah, no.
You a veteran.
Yeah.
You earned that badge.
They make fun of me for being on TikTok all the time.
TikTok.
No. Wear that with pride.
Spotlight.
No, TikTok's amazing. So how do you feel about the whole ban?
Take this one. This TikTok.
Like the ban on TikTok?
Yeah, like them saying that they're gonna ban it.
It's okay.
Like Team TikTok.
It's okay. I'm being a little sad.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I'll work on more of my songs. That's what I can do. But I think it's gonna be fine,
Yeah, you kind of get addicted to it. Like my best friend, he's like, really, seriously, like you're gonna be that bummed? I'm like, yeah, kind of, sort of. I'm like used to doing them every day. Like I'm used to, even if it's like a stupid little funny like one-liner, I'm used to doing it.
I just scroll for like hours.
And all the rest of them just don't seem the same anymore. Like I try to go on Snapchat now and I'm like, that doesn't look like me. Like it doesn't look like me. Like the filters, they like move your face in and I look like an alien.
Some filters are scary. Yeah.
Some of the ones on TikTok too. I'm like, damn, who is she?
All about violating filters.
I love the one that gives me huge lips. I look like Greta from the Gremlins.
Yeah, Greta Gremlin, my girl.
So I'm gonna let you guys go so you guys can get back to working on that music that we are so excited. And like I said, definitely send it our way so we can get it out to as many people as possible on all of our social media.
Definitely.
It was a pleasure having you guys on tonight.
Yeah, thank
And
you for
I will
having
see you
us.
on the 16th.
Well, yeah, we'll see you guys the 16th, the 5th, and the 7th. So
Definitely.
thank you again for having us. We really enjoyed it.
Aw, thank you so much. Bye.
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 Oh, they're so much fun.
They're amazing.
You should see Wyatt like performing. He is just
Killing it.
he's so fun. They're all like Alex.
Mhm.
They'll go back and forth, and like I said, they were like moving around. Like one would step up, the others would step back. They would do their performance. They were so interesting. Literally kept my attention the entire show. And Jackson was like up front, like going like this.
Yeah, he's in it. He's feeling the music, feeling the energy.
So, anything fun planned for the upcoming weeks?
Yeah, I have. I'm seeing what Atomic Cretins play tomorrow in Jersey, and Metal and Beer is on the Friday and Saturday of next week, which is really exciting. And there's a pre-show on Thursday. There is Morbid Angel on the 12th at Warehouse on Watts, and Wormwitch at Milkway on the 13th.
I love all these names, man.
Right?
These venues have just cool names now.
We got I'm seeing Ghost Bath for their Springtime Asylum tour on Friday the 21st. So you can catch
So have
me.
you ever heard of this like paranormal thing that they hold at Penhurst?
No, but I'd be very interested.
Yeah, my friends have been talking about it for the last 2 weeks. Some crazy paranormal. It's kind of like, I guess, a paranormal con or whatever.
Okay. How are you with the ghosts?
Oh, I'm good with
Because
this. I'm good. We're good.
I believe in it too much. Like
Oh, I definitely believe in it.
I
I'm
start
good with
giving
them.
people around me hysteria. I believe in it so much. Like I have been with groups of people that are like ghosts aren't real, and then I've had men who are like ghosts are not real run through the woods because I'm like it's the miasma. It starts turning. I am so like paranoid about ghosts and I believe in it so much that I start gaslighting the people around me on accident.
I definitely believe that my parents' antique store is haunted.
Do you really?
Without a doubt. Like,
do you think it's something in it or do you think it's the actual store?
whenever I am over there, it literally upstairs, like you'll hear kids laughing and running.
Ooh, I don't
And
like
like
it.
my friends have even been there. Like we've had numerous different ghost groups try to come in and stay like 12 hours and record. And I like always offer my best friend because he loves all that stuff and he's got a recorder. I'm like, let's go stay overnight. And he hasn't really taken me up on it. But I mean, I don't think my dad would be all about like having a stranger in there, but
walking around with the
I definitely
have
heard it before. And like there's times that I'll like be right on the other side of the wall and I'll like walk over and I like know what I heard. And my mom actually, when she was the floors are painted.
Okay.
And she actually, in the upstairs, kept a part of the floor where the kids used to get out of bed in the morning. And the floor is like worn down. And it's
Yeah.
like the original like floor that was there.
Floorboards, yeah. Super,
Yeah.
super weird. Yeah.
It's a super old house. I mean, like, it's got tons of cool, like, weird little closets and doorways and all sorts of stuff.
I believe in the ghosts. I do not. I do not play with them.
Now, I did do the Ouija board one time.
I did
and
the Ouija board too many times. It broke my brain.
I'll just tell you that a group of friends of mine that will remain nameless, it was a bunch of girls and one guy.
Okay.
And we were doing we were on the Ouija board, and we were trying to talk to Kurt Cobain.
Okay.
It was like right after he passed.
Okay.
So we're all sitting there, and like we all kept kind of like, who's touching it? Who's touching it? Like,
Yeah.
back and forth, like you always do, except for like the real like witches that do it. Everybody else is like, somebody's touching it. You always question.
Yeah.
But this not only answered, but then all of a sudden there was like this loud boom that literally I thought we were getting blown up. I'm like, oh my God, we all ran upstairs. All the girls trampled the one guy that was there. I mean, all of us were up the stairs, and the poor guy was in the middle section of like the 2-part stairs, like, that little, even got like a maybe like 3 feet of area right there. Oh my gosh. So he's like laying down there. Here it ended up being the hot water heater exploded.
Yeah.
Or backfired or something. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we all wet ourselves that night because we were petrified. Nobody wanted to go downstairs. Nobody wanted to go to sleep. Like, we stayed up all night listening to like Hole and Bloodhound Gang and just
love Bloodhound Gang.
Oh my gosh, I used to hang out with them like back in the day.
Yeah.
It was Sam from Hot Topic. He was the manager.
Okay.
And he was awesome. Like, he had the biggest gauges I've ever seen in his ears. Like,
hockey pucks.
Yes, they were humongous. I used to just stare at them like, how does he even do that? Like, how did you even get that in your ear? But he used to have them over at his like condo or like I guess no, it was a condo. He used to have them over at his condo, and we all play Twisted Metal in their basement.
Oh,
like a good Twisted Metal
Twisted
with
Metal.
a like ice cream truck.
Sweet tea. What was the sweet? I'm gonna have to look it up. It'll come to me.
Like, still to this day on most of my social media, it says I'm a legend in my spare time.
Yeah.
That would be from Bloodhound Gang.
The best. The best.
I love their song about Wawa.
They have bops, man. They really do. They got the bops.
What was their the last one I can really remember, like, that went around was probably Mammal.
I'm trying to think. Anything off of Hooray for Boobies was
yes.
Anything off of Hooray for Boobies. They have that one album that's Show Us Your Hits. I'd always like that one got a kick out of me. I'm trying to.
Yeah, the other day I had on like, I forget what it was, like 90s grunge, and it was playing.
It is I guess the albums I was like super committed to were Hefty Fine, Hooray for Boobies, One Fierce Beer Coaster. Definitely. Oh. Chef's Kiss. Wonderful.
They need to just release another song.
They need to.
Like, whatever it's about, we'll listen to it.
Somebody
Bloodhound
from the
Gang, if you
Bloodhound
hear
Gang
us,
was.
we need another song.
I was at Vilvallo's show.
I saw
last
that.
weekend. Yeah, so
How excited were you?
it was the biggest moment of my life. But I was in the VIP section and
The little area in front.
front, yeah, where I was in the artist section. And somebody texted me the next day and they're like, oh yeah, the Bloodhound Gang, or like somebody, like they were like standing behind you, and I was like, baby, I couldn't see behind me, I couldn't see next to me. It was all forward. Everybody else, they didn't exist. It was just me.
That's
It was
so
me and
funny
Vanilla.
because I actually saw him, and I think I was basically, my pictures are almost from the same place that yours were. So I
Yeah.
feel like we were in the same area. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's amazing.
He's incredible.
Who was he playing with? Where was that?
Vilvalla. Oh, that was at the TLA. And it was 2 nights. I went the second night. I wish I went both nights. Can't always make it work. But it was the second night. And the opener was a sick band. I wish I'll definitely find their name because it was K. You guys can definitely look it up. It's an Icelandic band, and they were super witchy, very like, ooh, the vocals, awesome, great time. And then it was Vilvallo with his band it was half of his originals and the other half was him covers, and it was just like, it was amazing. It was a spiritual experience, for
But
me.
he's going solo now?
He's solo. It's his solo work, half of it, and then the other half was him, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way.
Now, how was he? Because I know
Oh.
like him and Bam are like really close, and I see everything going on in the news with Bam.
Yeah, they're not cool anymore, but like I think Brandon Novak was there because he said something about Brandon. So Brandon from, that era was hanging around allegedly. And I know that there was a couple people from that crew floating around. But the man's got a voice still. And for smoking that much, I was like, ooh, I was really impressed. They sounded
lashes to
phenomenal.
ashes, lust to dust, and I'm like,
yes, in your sweetest torment, I'm lost. But it was super sick. All I gotta say is shout out to the people who do the sound at the TLA because it was awesome. It was like the audio text or whatever it sounded amazing. They did an incredible job. I was really impressed. I was really
literally must have just missed you because I was at the punk rock flea market, and then I had gone down to Dobbs for a little bit. I must have just missed you. Like,
yeah,
you ghosted. I even like tried to look up at the sign to like see who was playing.
Yeah.
And
it was the day it was torrentially downpouring, right?
What?
It was the night it was torrentially downpouring,
Yes.
and we had like a million tornado warnings. So what happened is that my friend actually lives right like in between, like he lives right by the TLA upstairs.
That's the best place to live. I'm sorry. Like it is.
Some of those apartments get immaculate sunlight.
Like, do I feel like sitting at home, or do I feel like going downstairs?
Yeah, that's why I like going over to his place. But and it was torrentially downpouring, so we took shelter in his place, and by the time the line was dead, I ate dinner down up at his place, and then by the time it stopped raining and like erratically thunderstorming, like earth shaking, I came down and everybody, no line, got in, got my wristbands for like my boy made his little phone call, got my little wristbands, and then I was like, oh, I was like, this is
Just
perfect. This,
heart.
I was like,
And that tattoo is amazing.
I know. I got the hymn tramp stamp. I got the hymn lyric chest piece. I'm allowing myself 2 more hymn tattoos, and then I'm cut off. I'm like, you don't. The 2 is excessive enough. I'll let you get 2 more. 4 for one band. That's
Yeah,
it.
I have a sticker somewhere from when I went to their concert before, and it's got like a really like cool, like pink, girly, like heart, but it's got like a different, it's not like the traditional heartagram.
Yeah. Is
but
it like a barbed wire esque or a
so.
rose, like a thorny, like
I
a
feel like there's a skull in there, like a skull
yeah
face.
face or something in there? Yeah.
I could see that one. That's a
I
good one.
am. I want to do the. I think I have an original. You know, I listen to so much music. I listen to so many different kinds of music.
What was the last thing
But
you downloaded? Or what was the last thing
I
you
wanted to hear
added to your
yours.
playlist?
Like I have so many different kinds of music, but I always come back to like that sweet like nostalgia. Um, and I've been committed to him for such a long time. It's definitely a passion. Um, the last song that I have saved on my like songs on Spotify is Brought to the Water by Deaf Heaven. And they're playing in Philly and they are playing um let me bring that up real quick. Deaf Heaven is playing in Philly on uh the 29th of April at Union Transfer. And that'll be cool for all the sunbather finesse, all the sunbather boys who want to cry.
I'm trying to look up what the last song. I don't know the name of it, but it's by 408.
Okay.
It's off their new album. They're so good. They're like Blink 182.
Okay.
But also recently added would be like Nail Bite. A little friend of mine is a favorite, and FDS. They just did a cover of No Doubt, hella good.
Awesome. Sick.
Yeah, so I've been like kind of adding those few to like all my playlists.
Like my music tastes are.
Do you have a song that I was just talking about this with one of my friends. Do you have a song that is on like multiple playlists? Like it's that song that
That's
like
on everything. Let's see. Do
like
you have a
one of
favorite
mine
playlist?
would be like Drowning Pool. Let the Bodies Hit the Floor.
Oh, hell
That
yeah.
is on every one. It's on my cleaning playlist. It's on my workout playlist. It's on my like chill playlist. It's just on everything.
It's on everything. You know, I would say a lot. I like Pain by Boy Harshers on a couple of my playlists because I'm like that's a great one. I'd say my proudest playlist right now is I have a playlist called Finest Samples with a little chef hat, and it is just songs with samples in this. You know, you love a good horror movie sample in your songs. So I got a playlist of nothing but songs with horror samples in them. So you know, it's a lot of Skinless.
I'm like so crazy. I either have
And
like the
Mortician.
playlist of like a teeny bopper, like
Mhm.
Warped Tour teeny bopper, or it's like hardcore.
Yeah, I get that.
Like I definitely like 408 did a song with Taylor Acorn, Backfired.
Okay.
Yeah, I jam out to that one all the time.
I would say my most listened to songs on Spotify, definitely Bleed Me an Ocean, Acid Bath was probably like my most listened to song. Definitely some Morning Star King Woman is if on repeat. Currently Convince Me to Bleed by Ghost Bath has been a on there. Like
I literally have Sky Sweetnam from her pop era all the way to Sumo Psycho on every single playlist that I have.
Every single one?
Even I'm talking, I mean, and I've had her, she's been like a staple to every playlist I've had since I had my little like Nano.
Yeah. I
went
feel
through
that.
so many of those. I would
Here,
like fill
I'll
it
show
up.
you. I'll show you my insanity.
I would like fill up the Nano, and then I wouldn't know how to get the songs off, nor would I like want to get the songs off. So then I'd end up getting another one.
You know,
so at one point I had like all different colors, and I knew exactly what songs were on all the colors.
We got the original.
I have that record somewhere, and if I find it, I will give it to you.
It's an original promo that they gave out when Razorblade Romance was released.
I have that record
90s.
somewhere, and it's bright pink.
And then I have an actual Razorblade.
Oh my god, that's amazing!
It's also sharp. Like,
did you get that from the concert?
No, I didn't. I wish I could have gotten signed. If it wasn't sharp, I probably could. But it's an actual.
You're not getting in anywhere with that.
Yeah, I'm not getting into a bank.
You're gonna bring cigarettes. You're not bringing that
anywhere. I know. I'm not getting anywhere with that. But it's custom made.
By the way, don't ever go through those.
It's sick though.
Those walkthrough things if you have clip-in extensions at the airport.
Really?
Oh my god!
I always wonder about my nose ring because I haven't gotten on a plane in a minute.
I don't think that like your like piercings, if they're on their face because they go there, but I know that I had all these clip-in extensions, and I tried to go with Jackson to Florida when he was younger.
Yeah.
And I tried to go through the what is it? It's like a X-ray sort of thing. Man, I was caught up, almost missed our flight because they were acting like I had like razor blades in my hair. I'm like, really? Like they're extensions. I even took one out. I'm like,
that's insane.
The lady's like, Miss, can you please put that away? I'm like,
she's like, would you remove them all and put them in a bag? Like what?
No, they didn't take it that far. Like they kind of like went through my head.
Oh my god.
But yeah, it was like a whole hassle. The first time I ever went on a plane, I have like the worst experiences with airports. Like the first time I ever went to Florida, like by myself without like one of my relatives, I had gone with my ex-boyfriend, and he's like, you really should dress comfortable because we're flying down, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So I decided to wear a black maxi dress. Not considering that people would think that I'm hiding something underneath it. I got strip searched.
Oh my god.
Strip searched. All because I wanted to be comfy in my maxi dress.
How dare you be comfortable, Allie?
And my boyfriend's like, he was like one of those people that's always on time. And he's like standing outside. They had me behind a little like booth. Like that. It was crazy. And it was this bigger woman, and she's like just going, I mean, she was kind of like going overboard and just like tying us up so bad. And my ex is like on the other side of the booth, like freaking out. I can hear him pacing back and forth, like huffing. And he's like, is this going to be a lot longer? Like,
It's not up to you.
I'm like, I hope not.
It's not
But
up
down
to
with
you.
Jackson now, like,
Yeah.
I think he was like 3 or 4, and he's like, while they're like talking to me about my hair extensions, he's like crawling around on the floor, and I'm like grasping for hair, like, oh my God, don't put your hands in your mouth, don't rub your eyes.
Oh my God.
I'm like one of those people that follows you around with hand sanitizer. Like, even though I lived through the 90s, like,
Yeah.
rock bathrooms, and I feel like if you could survive that, that's why, like, COVID, I was just like, you know what? It's not going to stop me. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been in some grungy places.
Grungy places.
Yeah, I went to this drag show with that one of my girlfriends. She does drag, and she does like a whole comedy bit. And we went down, and they had the coolest bathroom. It was just like stickers all over the walls and like bright colors, and it looked like totally
that bathroom.
early 90s, just punk rock. And I took like 50 pictures in there.
It's a good backdrop when you need it.
So I guess I will let you go, and thank you for everyone tuning in
We
and listening to
appreciate it.
Jesse and I going on talking about all of our random, fun, weird, but yet mostly pretty things.
Yes.
For everybody who tuned in, please go on Federal Offense. They're on Instagram. They're on TikTok. Please go like, follow, subscribe. Go on Pretty Little Podcast. Subscribe, like, follow, watch, Overwatch. We love it all.
We love
and
it.
We love you. Thank you so much for tuning in.
We'll see you guys.
Bye.